Hello everyone and welcome to possibly the messiest workshop in Finland. Yeah, we've been quite busy in here the last couple of days. But yeah, today what I'm doing, I've got this knife blade from Dennis Holmbacher of Nordic Knife Design. So I now know that this, I now believe this has been sold as the Korpi, the Raven. That's right, isn't it, Marika? Yeah. Did I pronounce it wrong?
Corby. Or is
That's what I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Korpi.
Yes, you did. You did. Sorry. Yeah.
I know I pronounce that wrong. I pronounce everything wrong. Okay, so yeah, we've got a 90mm blade, I believe. Anyhow, the specifications I can put in later. The main thing is putting a handle on it. And yeah, we've got multiple holes. So I'll put some more specifications in the description, just in case anyone wants to buy Corby bolts, Loveless bolts, pins, you know, so you know what size to get. So what I think would be really nice, it'd be quite nice to have a piece of brass here, seeing as I'm having a wooden handle, to give a little bit of extra protection from the wood splitting. You know, something along the lines of a ferrule on a traditional Finnish puukko. Have I got a ferrule? Yes. Yeah, so most Finnish puukkos, most old ones, have something like this on here. Of course, they're stick tangs, and that just gives the wood a little bit more protection. But I'm not going to do anything fancy with this. I could be fancy. I've not really got time. What I'm going to do is just a couple of curly birch scales and some red vulcanized fibre liners, and a couple of Corby bolts through these holes here. Okay, let's get started. First thing, of course, put some tape on the blade. Stop me from cutting myself. Next, I'm going to roughly cut the scales to shape with a jigsaw. Yeah, on the packaging we've got all of this that could possibly be used for a template for another knife. So neither of these the actual blade that it came with. I believe these are future designs that will be being produced soon. Right now there's only one other knife produced by Nordic Knife Designs, or one other blade blank, which is, I can't remember what it's called. I'll write it down there somewhere. Just so as everybody knows what's going on in the background, that's Marika's knife that she's just about to glue. And there's someone actually doing some work.
Pretending.
Uni, good girl. Good girl. What a mess.
It is a mess.
We're tidying up tomorrow, Uni. We are.
Yes.
This is where I got to last time. and I apologise if there's a banging sound in the background. That's somebody preparing the dog's food. So I've got the liner and the wood glued to one side and the holes drilled. Now this time I'm going to use fast setting epoxy. I generally get the slow setting stuff for knife making, because when our guides are making knives it gives us a little bit more time for adjustment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue that into place, clamp it, then I'm going to drill the hole through those holes out the other side, and I've got a countersink. Bear with me for a second. So it's 2 weeks since I started this, and yeah, I'm rather pushed for time at the moment. Okay, so there's the countersink, and there's the Corby bolt, and what I'm going to have to try and do is I'm going to have to try to leave a little bit of wood, but when it all grinds down it's got to be deep enough in that there's none of the inside bits of this showing. So yeah, I'm going to have to get the depth more or less right. So yeah, when I've done this before I've just used 2 drill bits and it's worked fine. But this time I'm getting a little bit fancy. Okay, let's crack on. The Nordic Knife Design Korpi, all finished, ready for a coat of linseed oil. I kind of think with it being called the Raven, maybe it should be Bog Oak or Black Micarta or something. I think that would look pretty cool too. But yeah, I'll finish the video off with a few stills, and let's have a quick butcher's look. Sorry, a quick look in proper English at Marika's knife.
It's coming together.
Yes.
Finally.
Wait. There we go. That's the Corpi 90. The Corpi 90. 90mm blade, 3.5mm thick. The sizes for the pins and for the bolts I'll put in the description. I actually didn't explain what a Corby bolt is in the video. I apologise for that. Not everybody knows these things. But yeah, basically the head of the bolt is countersunk into the wood. Then you've got a hollow tube that goes through the tang, and a screw that goes in from the other side. You screw them both together with flat-headed screwdrivers, and the slot for the screwdriver comes off when you're shaping your knife, leaving you with a rather large bit of brass, but that's okay because brass looks nice. The other option is loveless bolts, which are also really good. I think if you just use pins, it's okay with any kind of side to side movement, but anything that's forcing the scales out, any warping in the wood, and then you're just relying on your epoxy to hold that. So Corby bolts, loveless bolts, a better bet to my mind. Okay, so the other Nordic knife design knife is the Beaver, which is 70mm. So that's just shy of 3 inches. This is just shy of 4 inches. And the Beaver has got a full flat grind. All I've got left to do now is to wet form this sheath. I'll maybe put some dye on it if I can find where I've left my dye. So wet forming, very simple. I'll soak it in warm water and then just stretch that to fit, which it nearly fits now. This also is from Brisa, which is a really good website to know about for anyone who makes knives, particularly anyone who's based in Europe, particularly in Finland. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. And I'll see you all again soon for another Kookily Bushcraft video. Bye for now.